Hi, welcome to another edition of our beginner tutorial to web development. I am your tutor, Samad Kantan. By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to create a basic web page layout containing a header, a content, and a footer. Also, you should be able to create any number of pages, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to limit ourselves to three. That's the home page, the about page, and the contact page. And then we are going to wrap up with applying styles to elements that we are going to use on these pages. I am using Visual Studio Code as my text editor and Mozilla Firefox to preview the code. I'm going to create my first file in the empty repository called web. And I'm going to call it index.html, and then I'm going to type in the code that will define the layout of any basic HTML page. This is document. So I'm going to, the title is document. I'm going to preview the code on the browser. I have live server extension installed on my Visual Studio Code. So as you can see on our browser, we have documents here rendered. That is the title that has been rendered on the browser tab. Suppose I change this to web page skeleton. Now you can see it has changed to the text that has been put in between the title tag. So here I'm just going to create our pages. I'm going to, first of all, let me just declare the anchor tags. So this takes us to our home page. And then I'm going to duplicate this for the other two pages. I think we have about, and then we have contact, and then this is about. Now on our browser, you can see the anchor tags has been rendered already. So now when I click on these links, the browser will not be able to find the location. Okay, that's because we have not created the pages. So quickly I'm going to create the pages for the home, the about, and the contact. So I'm going to create the first file and call it home.html. The second file is about.html, and the last file is going to be contact.html. Okay, so on our home page, let me copy the code here and paste it on the three pages, and I'm going to change the title to represent the said page that the user will navigate to. Okay, so I'm going to change this to about page, and this as well will be the home page. So now let's try this. Home page, about, and contact. I hope you can notice that our title on the tab changes as we navigate via the anchor tags. So now let me introduce our header component or tags, and then I'm going to use a main tag to hold our content. Okay, I'm using the main here to hold our content, and then here I'm going to type in page, or let me just say site name. Yeah, site name. Footer text here. Let me copy this page and replicate it on the other two pages. It's basically going to be the same thing. Now, our third activity is apply styles to elements that are used on these pages. So as you can see, the elements here are referring to the tags that we have put some code in between. Okay, so the elements here are the header, the main, and the footer. Even the body and the HTML are also elements, okay, or tags or components. So to apply styles to these elements, I'm going to use an external style sheet, okay. So I'm going to create a style sheet here and call it styles.css. Inside of it, I'm going to clear some browser defaults. I'm going to use a default font of Verdana for the content of the page. So I'm going to include the style sheet on the 3 pages that we have just created. Okay, so let me go to the first page, that is the home page. I'm going to reference that file. Ours is styles.css. Okay, so I'll put it styles.css. For the header, let's apply some styles to the header component. A background color of treasure blue, and then a color of plain white, and then a padding of 20 pixels. And then we want the footer to have the same style, so we can just do a comma here and include the footer and target the footer. Okay, so as you can see on the browser, the footer too has the same color or styles as the header. Then the footer, we are going to push it to the bottom of the page. Let me target the footer. Position of absolute. Let's use absolute positioning. Left of 0, and then right of 0, and then top. We're going to use a mathematical computation to handle this. 58 pixels. Okay, let's use 60 pixels, and you can see this is responsive. Okay, this is responsive. Now if we click the home page, this is the home page, the about page, and then the contact page. Okay, but then they appear not too nice, so let's target them and apply some styles. So I'm going to target the anchor tag. The anchor tag is the one that enables us to navigate or to route or otherwise to move to other pages within our app or website. So what I mean here is this anchor tag. This is what we are going to target, and then we are going to give them some styles. We're going to apply some styles. First of all, target the text decoration property, okay, and set it to none, such that the underlines beneath them will be effaced. And then let's the main, we're going to give it a padding of 100 pixels. Yes, 100 pixels. And then the buttons will even have a background color of orange, and then a color as well. We're going to give it Alice blue. Okay, and then we're going to give it a padding of 10 pixels from the top and bottom, and 20 pixels on the edges of the buttons, or the lengths. If I say buttons here, I mean the lengths. See, this is a button, this is a button, this is a button. You can also call them lengths, okay? Yes, lengths. But since we are using the anchor tag, I like us to be specific. So I will try as much as possible to reference them by their convention. Links, anchor, links, okay? So home page, about page, and contacts page. As you can see, they are functional. Now, we want to add another style such that when we navigate to a particular page that matches the link or the anchor tag, we want to apply a different style. We want to give it a different appearance. Say we are on the home page, for instance. When we navigate to the home page, we want this button to be having a different appearance. Okay, so we can include a class here of active. Sorry, of active, and then we can use a background color property and give it a color of green, and then sorry, background color of green and color of white. Right now, this class we have defined here, it's not applicable because we have not utilized it, we have not used it. So how do we use it? We go on the particular anchor tag that we want this style to be applied to, and then we give it a class of active. As you can see, our contact anchor tag has been changed, or is now given a different appearance. It now has a green background with white color. So I am going to do this for the other two anchor tags, not on the same page, because if we do it here, the style is going to apply to all these buttons, you see, which in our case is not what we want. We want it to be applied to a particular anchor tag that we navigate to, okay, or that matches the page navigated to. Sorry, this is the home. I'm looking for the home page. Okay, I have the home page here. So when I go to the home page, you can see the color or the styles has been applied on the pattern. The same for the about and that of the contact page. Okay, so we are going to pause here, and in the next video we are going to do something more advanced, okay, in terms of layout and responsiveness. Okay, all right, so thank you for your time, and see you. Bye.